Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We're coming live from Los Angeles, California. Sorry it's so late to be getting on the air because it's about 11:30 or so in Atlanta, Georgia, and even later, almost in the morning time, actually in the morning in Switzerland. For those of you joining me, thank you so kindly for joining. Sherman D. Manning, author of the brand new blockbuster riveting book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Is not riveting because I wrote it. It's just riveting because of the detailed specifics and information contained within the tome. I give the credit to God and to my good dear friend Robert Blazier, who was on the O.J. Simpson Dream Team with Johnny Cochran, for the popularity of the book and the way that the book is selling like hotcakes. You got to get your copy of this book, which is selling like hotcakes. Get The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice by Sherman D. Manning from your local bookstores or on Amazon.com. Again, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get it at local bookstores or Amazon.com. Get it today. The book is available on Amazon.com or at local bookstores. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. You need to get a copy of this book. It's about the OJs and not just, it's about the NoJs and not just about OJ. And the book argues from the premise that the rich get richer but the poor get prison. The law says you're innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt to a moral certainty. Johnny Cochran always said, you're not innocent till proven guilty. You're actually innocent till proven broke, or innocent till proven indigent. And the book argues that it's not just about race. To be honest, if I had to guesstimate, and I did write the book, I would say 20% of it deals with the race issue. But the criminal justice system in America, which is criminal but lacks justice, is not just about race. It is more about class than it is about race. And so get this book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. I digress, but moving right along, Donald, the guy who wants to be your president. I read an article this morning that said his potential, a potential Donald presidency, which we speak out of existence, hope, pray, and believe will never happen, threatens global security, that it would actually threaten global security if this guy were elected president of these United States of America. Threatens global security. So think about that when you're resting upon your laurels and not going out to vote. Remember this, please. Remember this. If you don't vote, you don't count. Vote as you please, but please vote. If you don't vote, you don't count. Vote as you please, but please vote. If the 99% would vote, the 1% would have no power. If the 99% would exercise their right to vote, the 1% would have no power. Always remember that. Get out and vote. If you have friends who are not registered to vote, get them to vote. Hey, buddy. Get them to vote. Trying to get a man on the street interview here. Get your friends, get your loved ones to vote. Let them know. Vote as they please, but please vote, because if you don't vote, you don't count. And if you don't count, you don't matter. And so, if the 99% would vote, the 1% would have no power. There's a lot going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm in South Central Los Angeles. If you hear all of this stuff going on in the background, these are arguments going on. It is dangerous in this area. Very, very dangerous. And I'm a black guy in a suit and with some rather, according to others, nice looking jewelry on. I guess I should be getting out of the area. But as I said, you can hear that. You can hear that. So this is what's going on in South Central. We have a couple of people who are drunk, and to be quite, to hear that, hey, this is live, baby. This is live. So to be honest, what I'm getting ready to do is to take my ring off and hide that, and to take my watch off and hide that, and go on about my business. You know, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. But it's dangerous out here, I can tell you that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Donald would be a threat to global security if he were elected. And so I want all these crazy, racist, trailer trash, stump jumping, tobacco chewing, pickup truck driving, hillbilly white brothers who are out here packing out his rallies, throwing Hitler salutes. I want them to remember that if we are foolish enough in this country to elect an imbecile, to elect a fascist, that it has already been determined that a presidency by him would threaten global security. Global security. So be careful who you elect. Remember, if you don't vote, you don't count. Vote as you please, but please vote. We have to get people out to vote. And those of us who are sane and sober-minded need to do the right thing. We need to do the right thing. We need to make sure that this man loses by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Don't let this country go down the tubes. We've come from a mighty long way. We have come a long way from where we started, dealing with what Condoleezza Rice calls the birth defects of slavery, dealing with the issues that we've had to traverse over and around in this great country. We've come too far to turn around now. We're not there. We have not reached that promised land that Dr. King dreamed about. We have not reached that place where all men would be treated equal. We were created equal, but we're still not quite treated equal. But we have not arrived. We have not gotten to that place where it is a post-racial America. And to be quite frank, I believe that we will get there. I used to think that, hey, we'll never get there, but we will get there. We will get there because what I'm learning, what I'm finding out as I get out and about these streets and talk to people, whether I'm in South Central, or Beverly Hills, whether I'm in North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks, I'm finding that by and large, most people, young people especially, they get it. They understand the foolishness of racism, and they understand the unimportance of race. And a lot of us who are older, and I ain't old yet, baby. You know, I don't think 43 is very old, but I'm older than I used to be. And I have experienced a lot more racism than my daughter has experienced. And you've experienced more racism than your kids or your grandkids have experienced. And so a lot of us are suffering because we have the residue and the stain of racism on, on our very psyche and on our very consciousness. And it's hard for us to ever imagine or to conceive of a post-racial America. But these young folk get it. I want you to know they get it. And today I was just coming with a very little short podcast, and I want to remind you to get my book, Blue-Eyed Blonde. Blue-Eyed Blonde. That's Blue, E-Y-E-D, B-L-O-N-D-E. Get it at Amazon.com. Get Creating Monsters. Get The Truth About O.J. Simpson, which is my brand new blockbuster book, Race, Class, Money, and Justice, by Sherman D. Manning, as you know. Get my book, Kids Killing Kids. It's an anti-gang, anti-violence book. Get that. Every kid in the inner city needs that, and even those in the suburbs who are walking around gang banging and wannabe gang banging, they need to get that book. And also, my brother, I feel like preaching today, y'all. I want to tell y'all here, make no mistake about it, I was wrongly convicted. I didn't do what they said I did. Y'all don't hear me. But I also must keep it real. I want to let you know I've been a bad boy. Y'all don't hear me. Wait a minute. We're going to pause for a moment.